Reid masters all the tough questions as McIlroy falters. There he is in his pink shirt, celebrating after saving par there in the last hole to win by one stroke against Ricky Fowler yesterday. Read it and weep reads the back of the Irish Daily Star this morning. McIlroy's Masters in ruins as Patrick wins green jacket. You've also got Cats have last laugh on the back there. Huge win for Kilkenny yesterday against Tipperary in the Division 1 Hurling League final. Rory's chance blown reads the back of the Herald this morning. McIlroy slides as Reid proves master. While Salah's a big worry for Liverpool there. You've got Simon Peach's story saying that Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp is quite worried that Salah will be missing for tomorrow night's second leg against Manchester City in the Champions League. While the back of the Irish Daily Mail this morning leads with Rory's agony. He falters as Reid is master. There is Patrick Reid putting on the green jacket. So they put on the green jacket twice. So I was watching the BBC. The coverage ended after doing it in the Butler cabin. But that picture there shows Patrick Reid getting the green jacket put on him outdoors.
Yeah.
So they do it again. He takes it off, and then Sergio has to go through the process once again, which I'm sure he was delighted with.
One's for TV, one's for the public, is it?
Must be, yeah. But the one on TV obviously happens in the cabin, which is. I think they almost get enthralled by the fact that this is such an awkward moment. That Jim Nance and the other guy are just sitting there and they're like, this is amazing. Look how awkward everybody is. I love this. I love how awkward this is. And everybody back home is just cringing.
Jim Nance has one of the Augusta holes in his back garden.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's pretty incredible. I presume it's a par 3.
It is one of the par 3s, yeah.
I didn't know that. That's some dedication to his craft. It's a lot of inside knowledge. It's like, I play this hole every morning.
Nance, I didn't realise this, but he always presents the March Madness, and there's a ceremonial giving away of his tie at the end of that, and then he goes straight from that every year into the Masters. So it's
a busy 2-month period.
Not a bad week for him, really. Okay, so the Independent, yeah. In a league of his own, it's Brian Cody, full back page spread. Cody defies all sporting logic. Eamon Sweeney. Was it Eamon Sweeney? What did Eamon Sweeney have to say about Brian Cody earlier in the year?
That he should go into a director of hurling role, that he needs to step away now.
In fairness, you know, the hot take industry is a difficult one to survive in, particularly in a country like Ireland where you're one of the few people who are actually doing it, and then it's like, oh, bollocks. They actually, you know.
Some takes are just too hot for people. He could be right.
Yeah, and the one about Mayo last year, of course.
Yeah. What is it? Led by donkeys?
Yeah, lions.
Lions led by donkeys.
Not horses. Horses led by donkeys. You're like, it's grand.
And the Peach is a weird kind of inversion of the pecking order there.
Tip not playing to strength, says Brendan Cummins. We'll talk a bit more about that with Shane Stapleton in a little while. And then old failings haunt McIlroy. And then there you go. The Empire Strikes Back. Great headline on that. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, what Brian Cody has done with this league is pretty sensational. Not 15-1. That's a pun on 15-1. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not quite top of the morning to you, but it's not bad. That's the 15 points. Just the 15 points for T.J. Reid and Magnolia Wayne. Rory falters as Reid reigns. And then there's McGregor on the front of all of the newspapers about how he's being urged to manage his anger. Sort your anger, Connor, is the headline there, alongside a crime story. And Read it and weep. Patrick Reid, pretty in pink. We're only kitten form. Cody chuffed. Cat kitten hitting.
Now I get it. Thanks for pointing that out. A lot of football leads here as well. Guardiola says, I could be to blame for dip. City anger at Herrera for spitting on club crest as well. You've also got this Rory McIlroy. Did McIlroy win the Masters? Log on to find out. So I would suggest you do log on and find out. I won't spoil it for you.
I'll give you good odds. I'll give you very good odds.
The back of the Racing Post says Hughes' hope sliding. Saints evens for drop after defeat at Arsenal. While the front of the Daily Telegraph sports section says sinking Saints lose the plot. It was Arsenal 3, Southampton 2 yesterday in a cracking game in the Premier League. While the Guardian are leading with the other Premier League game yesterday. Hernandez punishes Chelsea. Substitute pounces to dent Conte's hope of top 4 finish. It was Chelsea 1, West Ham 1 yesterday. And Chelsea are screwed really. They're not going to get top 4 it seems. It's going to be Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester United behind City it seems.
Yeah, is that an issue really?
But it's 2 out of 3 years.
Yeah.
With the amount of money you spent.
They won the league in between. Do you take I'll win the league, not qualify for Europe, I'll win the league, not qualify for Europe? Do you take that as a
I guess if you're Roman Abramovich, you do, because ultimately you're not there to make a profit. This is a hobby for you. Obviously, you want to qualify for the Champions League because you want the soft power that comes with the Champions League. Yeah. You want that publicity. So that it's a disaster for him on that end. But I would say, yeah, you would take one Premier League if you had to sacrifice 2 Champions League misses.
Yeah. All right, anything else? The spitting on the crest thing, it's like, is he not just having a good old, and it just happens to be on the crest?
I think so. That's what I thought. And then it suddenly kind of blows up into something.
Really, is the crest suddenly that important that we give a shit about the piece of carpet? Is it?
Well, it signifies obviously.
I mean, it's just but like.
Does nothing matter anymore in terms of,
No.
you know...
No, it's all bollocks.
Symbolism is dead.
Yeah, and rightly so.
Well, you know, obviously there are certain elements of symbolism which are bad, but
Most of
a
it.
football crest.
All of it.
A football crest, come on.
On the ground. I mean, you put it on the ground. I'm going to walk on it.
Yeah.
Am I showing my disrespect by walking? Am I supposed to, okay, it's lava, I have to walk, I have to hop on. What? Like, come on.
There's a difference between walking on something and spitting on something.
But there isn't, really. It's like,
Well,
you spit on the ground. Footballers spit and they do their nose thing, the Brian McClare.
Like, one is a very deliberate action and it is very high on the disrespect scale. Walking isn't very high on the disrespect scale. It's something you do to get from A to B.
It's all nonsense. I think Man City should, worry about some other stuff that happened over the course of the weekend.